Have you been struggling to keep up with rising costs lately? Are you worried your Social Security benefits aren't stretching far enough? Well, the Social Security Administration has just announced a revolutionary new payment rule that could mean bigger payouts for millions of Americans. And trust me, you'll want to know exactly how this affects you. Let's start with the bombshell announcement that's shaking up the entire Social Security system. The Social Security Administration has implemented a new calculation method that takes into account the recent surge in living costs and inflation rates we've been experiencing. This isn't just another minor adjustment. We're talking about a fundamental change in how your benefits are calculated and distributed. Think about this for a moment. When was the last time you really looked at your Social Security statement? When did you last check if you're getting every dollar you're entitled to? Because after today's video, you might realize you've been leaving money on the table. And in these uncertain economic times, every dollar counts. The new payment rule is particularly significant because it addresses one of the biggest complaints about Social Security benefits, their ability to keep pace with real-world expenses. For years, recipients have watched their purchasing power slowly erode, but this update could finally turn the tide. But here's the burning question. Will you automatically get these increased benefits, or do you need to take action? Remember 2022, when inflation hit record highs and seniors struggled to make ends meet? Well, the Social Security Administration has been paying attention. They've analyzed years of data, countless feedback from beneficiaries, and economic trends to develop this new payment framework. And while some changes to Social Security can be confusing or even concerning, this update is designed specifically to put more money in your pocket. But here's something crucial you need to understand. Not everyone will see the same increase. Your personal situation, work history, and when you started claiming benefits all play important roles in determining how much extra you might receive. That's why it's essential to understand exactly how these changes apply to your specific case. Let's break down the most significant aspects of this update. First, the Social Security Administration has revised how they calculate the cost of living adjustment, COLA. This might sound technical, but it directly affects how much money lands in your bank account each month. The new calculation method takes into account more realistic spending patterns of seniors, particularly in areas like healthcare and housing. You might be wondering, how much more money are we talking about? Well, that's where things get interesting. Depending on your current benefit amount and individual circumstances, some recipients could see increases ranging from several dozen to several $100s per month. But here's the catch. You need to understand the new rules to maximize your benefits. Another critical aspect of this update involves how the Social Security Administration handles earned income for those still working while receiving benefits. They've adjusted the earnings threshold and the penalty calculation for early retirees who exceed these limits. This could be a game changer for those of you balancing part-time work with Social Security benefits. But let me ask you this. Do you know about the new provisions for married couples? Because the updates include significant changes to spousal benefits and survivor benefits. These modifications could mean thousands of additional dollars annually for married couples who know how to optimize their claiming strategies. The timing of these changes couldn't be more crucial. With market volatility, rising healthcare costs, and economic uncertainty, having a reliable and adequate Social Security income is more important than ever. But here's what many people don't realize. These changes also affect future beneficiaries, not just current recipients. For those of you planning to claim benefits in the next few years, this update could significantly impact your claiming strategy. The new rules might make it more advantageous to claim earlier, or, in some cases, to wait longer. It all depends on your personal circumstances, and that's why understanding these changes is so critical. Let's talk about the Medicare connection, because this is something that's often overlooked. The new payment rule includes provisions that better coordinate with Medicare premiums, potentially reducing the bite these premiums take out of your Social Security check. This is particularly important because healthcare costs continue to be one of the biggest expenses for retirees. But here's a question that might be keeping you up at night. What happens if inflation continues to rise? Well, the new payment rule includes mechanisms to provide better protection against inflation spikes. This means your benefits will be better equipped to keep pace with rising costs, giving you more financial security in the long run. For those of you who are still working and contributing to Social Security, these changes affect you too. The new rule modifies how your future benefits are calculated, potentially leading to higher payments when you eventually claim. This is especially relevant for high-earning workers who contribute the maximum amount to Social Security. Now, let's address something that's causing confusion for many people: retroactive adjustments. Some beneficiaries might be eligible for back payments under the new rules. But here's the thing: you might need to take specific actions to claim these adjustments. Don't worry though, because I'm going to explain exactly what you need to do. The Social Security Administration has also updated their appeals process as part of this change. If you believe your benefits aren't being calculated correctly under the new rules, there's now a more streamlined process for requesting a review. This is particularly important because errors in benefit calculations can cost you thousands of dollars over time. One aspect of the update that's generating a lot of buzz is the new treatment of delayed retirement credits. If you've been considering postponing your benefits past full retirement age, these changes could make that strategy even more valuable. But the key is understanding how to maximize these credits under the new system. Here's something that might surprise you. The new rules also affect how Social Security treats certain types of income. This could be particularly relevant if you have investment income, rental properties, or other sources of retirement income alongside your Social Security benefits. Understanding these interactions could help you optimize your overall retirement income strategy. But let me ask you this: have you considered how these changes might affect your tax situation? Because the new payment rule could impact how your benefits are taxed. For some beneficiaries, this could mean keeping more of their benefits after taxes, but it depends on your total income and tax bracket. Now, let's talk about something that's often overlooked: the impact on disability benefits. The new payment rule includes provisions that affect Social Security Disability Insurance (SSDI) recipients. If you're receiving disability benefits or know someone who is, these changes could mean increased payments and better alignment with rising living costs. For those of you helping elderly parents or relatives, these updates include important changes to representative payee rules. This could affect how you manage benefits on behalf of someone else, so it's crucial to understand the new requirements and responsibilities. But here's a critical point many people miss. The new payment rule also affects how benefits are calculated for divorced spouses. If you're divorced and eligible for benefits based on your ex-spouse's record, these changes could impact your payment amount. The key is understanding your rights and options under the new system. Now, let's address the elephant in the room: Social Security's long-term solvency. Many of you have expressed concerns about the program's future, and rightfully so. The good news is that these new payment rules have been designed with long-term sustainability in mind, helping to ensure the program remains viable for future generations. For those of you wondering about international implications, yes, the new rules affect beneficiaries living abroad too. If you're receiving Social Security payments while living in another country or planning to retire overseas, these changes could impact your benefit amounts and payment procedures. But here's something crucial to remember: these changes don't happen in isolation. They're part of a broader effort to modernize and improve the Social Security system. Understanding how these updates fit into the bigger picture can help you make better decisions about your retirement planning. Now, let me share something that might surprise you. The new payment rule includes provisions for certain life events that weren't previously considered. This means your benefits might be adjusted more favorably if you experience specific circumstances, like the death of a spouse or a significant change in living situation. Before we wrap up, let's talk about action steps. First, review your current benefit statement and compare it with the new calculation methods. Second, consider consulting with a financial advisor who understands these new rules. And third, mark your calendar for September when these changes take effect. Remember, knowledge is power when it comes to Social Security benefits. The more you understand these changes, the better positioned you'll be to maximize your benefits. And isn't that what we all want? To get the most out of a program we've contributed to throughout our working lives. If you found this information valuable, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We're committed to keeping you informed about all the latest Social Security updates and helping you maximize your benefits. Drop a comment below with your thoughts or questions about these changes, and let us know what other Social Security topics you'd like us to cover. And hey, if you know someone who receives Social Security benefits or is planning to claim soon, share this video with them. These changes could significantly impact their financial future, and they'll thank you for keeping them informed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll dive even deeper into strategies for maximizing your Social Security benefits. Stay tuned!